was humping on you. She was humping on you. Sir, you look silly AF. In the words of Karla, you look silly AF. I feel like this man just let anything come out his mouth at any time of the day. Like, you really need to think about these things that you say, because you sound stupid. You sound dumb. The MVP award goes to Karla because Karla said what needed to be said. And Karla did what needed to be done, okay? Karla was spilling all the tea and checking Ike at the door, and I was here for all of it. Hey y'all, it's Chloe, and we're back with another video. Married at First Sight, Season 18, Episode 14, The After Party. Baby, and I mean the episode was good, okay? The After Party has really been doing it for me lately, so I'm really glad that I chose to review this season. If this is your first time here, sit back, relax, watch the video through, and if you like what you see, you like what you hear, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you've been here before and you keep coming back go ahead and hit that subscribe button, because like, what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Okay, we are literally less than 60 away from 11K, so I need y'all to go ahead and press that subscribe button. Like, just do it. It's free. It's free. You like it here, I want you here, so go ahead and do it. Just do it, okay? If you're one of my lovely members or subscribers, hey y'all, how y'all doing? I'm doing okay and ready to get into this review, so let's go ahead and do it. So, of course, you know we have Keisha, and she's joined by Karla, Ike, and Michelle, all right? I was like, this is an interesting crew, and I'm really ready to get into it. So Keisha asked them, now that we're getting to the end, how does it feel being able to discuss some of the tougher moments, okay? Michelle said, it feels empowering to finally be able to start to talk about some of the tougher moments and things that I have been suspicious of for a long time. Michelle said, I'm ready to spill it all, okay? I'm ready to drag a ninja. But she didn't say ninja, and she can't ever say ninja. Plus, it's Black History Month, okay? But she definitely has been ready to spill the beans for a long time. And I feel like if it hadn't been for, Keisha pulling it back in, she would have said a lot more than she said. I said it's a relief to finally get things done. This man really think he did his big one. He really thought he ate that like he got things done. No, sir, you look like a fool. You look like a clown. You look like a dusty. You look like a bum. You look like everything than what you thought you looked like, okay? So Keisha was like, what do you mean by get things done? He said, like the conclusion piece. Shut up, because there still wasn't any conclusion. You want to know why? Because you brought page 1 and forgot 2, 3, and 4. That's why. No conclusion done. So you still didn't accomplish what you wanted to accomplish, idiot. Anyway, Karla said that she's being open and vulnerable, but being met with walls, okay? So at this point, she's just trying to meet Juan where he's at. Poor Karla, because Juan ain't never going to get there. So you're going to always be at that wall. He's never going to get there. The cocktail of the night is called Painkiller, and I'm like, give me one, because the way these people are working on my nerves, baby, I need a painkiller. I really do, okay? So the first clip of the night is Juan and Karla meeting with the tarot card lady, and she's telling Juan to get out of your mind. You're ruining the love energy. So Keisha said, Karla, did Juan say anything about this, like once the cameras left and the lady left? And Karla was like, no, his brother does tarot. We know his brother does tarot because they discussed this on the wedding day when Juan acted like he was so into Karla, right? So it's not nothing new to him. So Keisha was like, so then why is he acting like it's foreign to him? She was like, I really don't know. I really don't. She's like, his family is very much aligned with my beliefs. His brother even offered to do a needle chart for me. So she's trying to figure out why is she being met with so much resistance. Karla, girl, Juan don't like you. Juan don't want you. Juan's playing nice. Juan's keeping it cute, okay? He's doing just enough, but not too much. Doing just enough to make you seem like he's interested, but not too much so that you don't fall in love with him. Because he's not going to say yes on decision day. That's why you're being met with resistance. Everything you're doing is nothing new to Juan. Okay, he may not fully partake in all the things, but I'm sure he's used to being around all the stuff, okay? And it really just all comes down to the man don't like you. That's really all it comes down to. So Keisha wants Karla to explain the energy. Explain the energy between you and Juan. Karla said it's like a tug of war, basically. When she leans in, he pulls away, and vice versa. In her words, she said it's like doing a tango. But she feels like at this point, she's just letting it flow and letting nature just take its course. So Keisha turned to Ike and was like, so what do you think about Juan, pulling back? Ike said he thinks that Juan is just scared to F up. This is how I know you don't know how to read a room. This is how I know you don't know how to read the room, okay? He said that Juan did state that, having sex too fast has clouded his judgment and ruined things. So he really just doesn't want to do that with Karla because he really doesn't want to F it up. Keisha's like, but there's no physical touch either. And Karla was like, yeah. And he told Dr. Pia that he doesn't have romantic feelings towards me. And at that point, it just hit me that Karla knows that this man don't want her, but she's playing nice too. She's really just going with the flow. If he's going to give me 50%, I'm going to give him 50%. That's pretty much what's happening, okay? So Keisha wants to know, does she feel like any romantic chemistry between them or affection and stuff like that? Karla says she's a naturally affectionate person. So of course she wants to hold his hands and stuff like that. She came into this experience and she surrendered herself to it. But now she doesn't feel comfortable being affectionate with him because she can feel his energy. Do you know how strong Juan energy has to be for her to not want to be affectionate or be uncomfortable trying to be affectionate with him? It has to scream, don't touch me. It has to scream, I don't want you in my space. And that sucks, to be in a relationship or living with someone or trying to build a marriage with someone and they don't even want to touch you, hold hands, kiss you, hug, nothing. So sad, so sad. So Keisha asked her, does she feel friend zone? And Karla said, for sure. Because if a man wants you, he will come for you. I need MM to go ahead and write that down. MM, go ahead and write that down. Because if a man wants you, he will come for you. See, Karla know what's up. Okay, she's not crazy. She's not living in la la land. She know exactly what's going on. And she's like, if you want to go with it, I'm going to go with it. It is what it is. I love to know that Karla is playing dumb. Because, baby, I don't need her feeling any type of feelings towards Juan, knowing all the things that she knows. So we watched a clip of Ike and MM talking to Dr. Pia, and when he was telling Dr. Pia how uncomfortable he feels communicating with her because she always throws things back in his face. So Keisha was like, Ike, watching that back, do you see anything different in that moment? And he was like, I see my inability to express my feelings. He said what he really wanted to say is that I don't want to be here. He wanted to say that he's not interested in this marriage. Such a sassy ass man. So sassy. I don't want to be here. I'm really not interested in this marriage. Ugh. So Keisha's like, I'm confused because first you don't want to be here. First you don't want to be in this marriage. But then you took her out afterwards to go play video games. He said in the moment he was just tired and delirious and he just wanted to get out of there. So he just asked her if she wanted to go play games so they could have a moment of freedom. Excuse me, please... Make it make sense. Make it make sense. What part of delirious and tired makes you want to go play video games with someone who you don't want absolutely nothing to do with? The same person who you said makes you feel like ish. The same person who you said beats you down. The same person you said belittles you. Why would you then take your tired, delirious self to go play games with them? Keisha's like, well, hold on. I was like, get him, Keisha, get him, okay? She said, you went from I don't want to be here and don't want to be in this marriage to let's go play video games. Do you not see how that's giving mixed signals? Y'all, you could tell that Keisha was irritated. You could tell that she was feeling a type of way when she said that. He said it doesn't make sense to him either. What? None of this makes sense, Ike. None of this makes sense. He said that it was more of an olive branch of peace. Who raised you? You've been treating this woman like ish ever since you met her damn near. And you mean to tell me that after you told that woman that you have no desire or want to be in this marriage, your olive branch of peace was to then take her across the street and play video games? Go away from me with this, please. So Michelle jumped in and was like, It's confusing. It's confusing because we only hear MM side of things. So we're asking you for an example of what was the turning point. He's telling her, imagine David humping on you or trying to be sexual when you're not into him like that. Excuse me, sir? Are you sitting there implying that, MM was over there humping on you? This is what I mean. Like, he knows what he's saying, he knows what he's doing, and he's still doing it. My thing is, the after party is shot, right? It's shot after the season. And he's still up here talking crazy, labeling her and now accusing her of just humping all on him. Ugh. He's like, that's what I mean by her being aggressive. Like, we just met. Sir, how did we even get here? How did we get here? He said there was a spark in the beginning, but then it got uncomfortable because everything became about sex. So let's talk about it then, sir. Let's talk about it. Why did you put her hand on your penis then? I need to know why this question hasn't came up, because I feel like every time we turn around, he's always being able to talk about how she was humping on him or she was, making advances at him and he was uncomfortable and he didn't like this. But we never really got down to why this man decided that it was okay to put her hand on his penis on the bus. Let's start there. Once again, mixed signals. You put her hand on your penis and then be like, oh, I don't want to have sex with you. Make up your mind. You're doing it now. You keep playing games with her, going back and forth, back and forth. Like, sir, if you really don't want to be here, just don't be here. Stop being a coward. Stop letting them talk you out of it and just go away. You did not even have to come there to hand her that paper. You chose to do that. Someone who doesn't want to be here keeps popping up is crazy to me. So Michelle was like, okay, but me and David, after our sessions and stuff, we split ways because we're uncomfortable. We don't just go play games after everything. That's why this is confusing. Exactly. You say all these things about her. You accuse her of all these things, but then you offer to go play games with her. And then wonder why she keeps saying, oh, I'm going to try. I can't stand him. I really can't. But I wanted to point out, like, first, did you notice how he never answered the question? Do you notice how he really never answered the question? He just started throwing out stuff about her humping on him or throwing out stuff of how that's why she's aggressive. He never gave a specific example, never answered the question. And I'm also glad that Michelle brought it back on track because, sir, you was going on a tangent just to degrade her character some more. So Keisha had to explain to this idiot how MM didn't want this marriage to be over. So by him taking her out after that, it gave her false hope and it was sending mixed signals. Do y'all not know that this man said, like, how many times do I need to tell someone that I've done before they actually believe me? And this is why I say, never let a man tell you he don't want you more than once. Because he literally sat there and said, how many times do I need to tell her I'm done before she actually believe it? Michelle said, actions speak louder than words sometimes. And they do. And this is why MM's walking around trying to figure out what the hell is going on. Because after y'all had that conversation with Dr. Pia, it kind of was like, okay, basically, this is kind of over. But then you extended an olive branch, a piece, to go play video games with her. And she's thinking, he said he's done, but he ain't really done. A mess, a fool, a mess. Every time this man sit on this couch, I really just be sitting here like he's pulling anything out of his behind. He's literally grasping for words to throw out there because him literally saying that she was humping on him is crazy. So then after Michelle told him that actions speak louder than words, he was like, well, that's not on me. Then who the hell else is it on, Ike? Who the hell else is it on? Did she invite you to go play video games or did you invite her? What do you mean that's not on you? Keisha said, I didn't say it was on you. I was just telling you how she could be perceiving it. He not going to get it. Like, he just not going to get it, girl. He's not smart enough for this. He's not comprehending anything. This is why he don't like to ask questions, because he doesn't comprehend. He don't understand. So then we watched the clip of David and Michelle talking, and he was giving her the real deal. He was telling her everything, laying it all out there on the table. Because he lied to her the first time. So Keisha said, Michelle, how did you feel when he admitted that the message wasn't for Denise? Michelle said, I already knew that. I'm like, we all already knew that. That was the worst lie ever. Like, the worst lie ever. So Keisha was like, what emotions were you feeling? She said, listen, no woman wants to be lied to or cheated on. And infidelity played a huge part of her parents' divorce. Now, a lot of people are saying, oh, Michelle's parents got divorced when she was 6 months or when she was a baby and she don't remember. That's understandable, right? But it still impacted her to the point where her mother and father are not under the same roof. And she knows that they could have still been under the same roof if there wasn't any infidelity in the marriage. So of course that can still trigger her, because naturally you will want to be with your mother and father. And that's probably one of the things that she dealt with growing up, because she didn't have a 2-family household. And then on top of that, she didn't grow up in a good financial position. So she probably resents one of her parents for causing the infidelity in the family, which caused her to not have a family unit and end up being poor. I mean, that's how I kind of put it. I don't know if that made complete sense, but it still can affect you. Just because you didn't have to live through the divorce doesn't mean that the divorce doesn't affect you in the long run. I hope that made sense. I hope that made sense. Okay? So Keisha wants to know what Karla has to say. Karla said, I don't want to take anything away from you, Michelle, because I don't want to sound insensitive, but it was really rough watching you two. So I understood why he would go look somewhere else. So Michelle said, are you looking outside your marriage when you're feeling rejected by Juan? I said, woo, child, don't ask questions you don't want answers to. Y'all be walking Michelle into this. Let me tell y'all something. Michelle is a natural mean girl, okay? This come easy to her. The way she was ready with that response, quick with it. So are you looking outside your marriage for someone else, being as though Juan's rejecting you? Child, y'all better stop playing with Michelle. Y'all know she's a nasty girl. Karla said no, but if I was being rejected in such a way, basically what she was saying is, if Juan talked to me the way you talked to David, if Juan treated me the way you treated David, I don't know what I would do. Karla said, I might have. I probably would have pulled up my phone to text somebody. Because you, sis, you were wilding. You were wilding. So then we watched a clip of Ike giving in the divorce paper. Not papers, paper. Ike said he came to put a period at the end of the sentence, okay, and be done. Then he said, as soon as she blew up, I left. Sir, what blow up are you talking about? Once again, just pulling stuff out the air. Pulling stuff out your ass. What blow up? I'm still waiting for this blow up. This is what I mean. If we didn't have visual evidence of her not blowing up, we would believe she blew up. She literally asked you, where are the rest of the papers? She told you, I'll sign the rest of the papers once you bring me the rest of the papers. I'm still waiting for the blow up. But that's what he wanted. See, that's what he wanted her to do. Just like she said, he wanted a reaction. He wanted her to blow up so he could say, see, just like he did now. Karla said, I thought it was silly. I thought it was silly AF. It seemed like you came to embarrass him in a group setting, and it backfired on you. Give her her tens. Give Karla her tens, okay? Because that's exactly what happened. You came in there, you thought you was doing something, and you turned around looking stupid. You thought you was going to embarrass her, but you end up getting embarrassed. I told y'all he don't even know how to embarrass her right. He's still getting embarrassed on the after party. And that was definitely needed, especially after you sat there and said she blew up when she didn't. So he goes to Karla like, I hear what you're saying, and it's valid, but I didn't come to be silly. I just came to conclude things. So Keisha was like, But you need to realize the energy you bring in the room. Baby, the energy he brings in the room is negative. It's heavy. It's intense, okay? He came in there, standing at the door, just, he literally drains the room. He claims he didn't want to make a big deal of it. That's why he put her to the side over there. No, you was going to put them papers down on the table, but you chose not to because there was shrimp on that table and you're allergic, okay? This had nothing to do with not wanting to embarrass her. This had nothing to do with not wanting to make a scene, because if you didn't want to do all those things, you wouldn't have drove your happy ass down there with one freaking paper. Okay? And if they didn't have shrimp on that table, I'm sure you would have put it down like, can I have my divorce, please? Because that's the type of ninja you are. A stupid one. One who thought that they was going to come in there with one paper and make a big scene and walk out like they did something, not realizing that you were married to a smart, educated woman. And there was no way in hell that she was going to look at one paper and just sign that ish. You really thought that MN was stupid enough to look at that one paper and sign it? You can't be somebody's teacher. You can't be somebody's teacher. So Keisha was like, it's the do-over session now. So if you could do this over, what would you do? He said he would have sent someone else to do it. You should have got someone else to do it because, baby, you didn't get the job done. You did not get the job done. So then we watched the clip of everyone at dinner and Madison getting defensive and walked away because the question was asked, has her and Alan kissed since wedding day? I don't know why. I don't know why she got up and walked away, but let's get into it. Keisha was like, why do you think Madison walked away? Because she walked away like she was mad. I said, come on, Keisha. Ooh, I love when she started instigating. It's the best thing ever, okay? So Michelle said, when she did that, I was like, why'd she do that? She said that even when she was talking about her relationship with David, Madison always seemed to take David's side. And her getting up was hurtful because she sat there and listened to her talk about Alan all the time. But as soon as it's time for her to speak her truth, she got upset. So Keisha was like, could she be upset because... And Michelle was like, because I was talking about her man? They want to tell us so bad. Ooh, they want to tell us so bad. Y'all don't understand. I'm so waiting for next week's episode and next week's after party because when Ish hit the fan, Ish is going to hit the freaking fan, okay? Because they really want to get into it. Because Keisha was like, I don't know. I'm just going to watch like everybody else. She had to tell Michelle, like, keep it cute, sis. Keep it cute. Don't go all in just yet. Okay? Don't go all in just yet. So Keisha was like, Karla, do you think that there's a world where that text message could have been for Madison? And Karla started spilling all the tea. Okay, she was pouring it out. Karla said, yeah, but she would have never thought that. But she said one night they went out dancing and they was like, let's ditch the guys, okay? So they went out and an hour later, David showed up. Of course, that's why Madison always want to leave Alan at home because she got other plans, okay? She said that they were dancing, having a great time, okay? And then next thing you know, she looked up and she was by herself. No David, no Madison. No David, no Madison. Just Karla dancing. No David, no Madison, okay? So Keisha was like, how long did this go on for? So Karla was like, maybe 4 or 5 songs. So Keisha was like, about 25 minutes. Okay. She said, and then out of nowhere, they pop up out the crowd. And, Madison was like, oh, I lost my phone. And David was helping me look for it. Are you sure? Are you sure about that? Are you sure that's the only thing he was helping you look for? Listen, if David and Madison aren't actually having sex, okay, if they're not actually getting it in, they doing something. They hugging on each other, they feeling on each other, they dry humping, they kissing, they're doing things, okay? If they haven't actually did it, they're doing other things. And can't nobody tell me different. Because what you disappear for 25 minutes for? Oh, okay. So Karla said it all clicked for her when Michelle brought it up doing yoga. And Michelle was like, and to be clear, that was the same night he sent the text message. Carla says she didn't tell anyone because she didn't see anything with her own eyes. Okay, she said my name is Bennett and I ain't in it. So Keisha was like, well, you know what happens in the dark always has to come to the light. And that is a fact. Whatever happens in the dark always comes to the light one way or another. And we are literally at the end of the tunnel. I just need us to get out of it, okay? Mavs, stop playing with us. Stop playing with us, okay? Get it done this episode coming up. Do not drag this out for another couple episodes because I don't have it in me. I don't have it in me, okay? But anyway, y'all, that was the after party. I really, really hope y'all enjoyed this review. Please go ahead, subscribe so we can get to 11K, okay? Like the video, share with your friends. Go ahead, drop me down some comments. Let me know what y'all thought about this after party. And drop me some yellow hearts and let me know you stopped by. With all that being said, I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.